Today we're in the trading center of Kachumbala, where was our actually made as the last campsite, and ahead of us, town of Kumi and Lira, about 200 kilometers and something to reach Lira. Town is where exactly the expedition started. Get in the bush. Wow, I'm still enjoying the scene, the nature, the birds, sound of the birds. As usual, morning briefing. I have this sense that we are winding up our expedition in the same way. The bush, in the nature, the cock, birds surrounding me, the glory sound. Fantastic. Actually, it's very hard to believe that we covered approximately all the Karamoja, not even only Karamoja, even the Sipi region, with less than 2 weeks. And the expedition went successfully. And covering such kind of Uganda outback Karamoja experience, that was really, really fantastic. And the sense, and we think to do it over again and again. So amazing. I think even we tried to capture and to take what we took. Not the photo, not the story, but I think we still have a lot to be discovered, which remains. Remember, we started the expedition from Arua. Arua is in the western region, situated nearing the border, Congo-DRC border, and not far from there, 10 kilometers, and 90 kilometers from southern Sudan border is where the expedition, the journey across the part of Africa, Part 1 Karamoja Road Trip, it was just the starting point. And the really starting point of the expedition in the wilderness, it has started from Lira. Lira, it was the northern city. It's very huge, a lot of population density, and it also as a gateway and as well as the northern city side. Where our expedition began. From there, we've started the journey from Lira to Abim. Because if you've been following our series of since part 1 up to date, you'll be able to understand all the way the routes from covering Karamoja, from Lira up to today we are heading back to Lira. Let me just highlight those towns or those districts or those town councils which we passed through. A number of them, but let me just mention few which I can still have a good memory. But most of them was been covered, and if you follow our series, you'll be able to be on the same page with us. The first town we reached, or the first district we reached, it was from Lira, it was Abim. From Abim, we proceed to Kotido, and from Kotido, we entered Kabong. And Kabong, I think, according to me, it's a very huge area, and I think it was an old district or headquarters for all, because the district or the town which fall under Kabong are very significant number. And Kabong is a bit huge because Kabong also, Kidepo is among Kabong district. But Kabong is a bit huge and significant and vast district. According to me, compared to the Karamoja region, Kabong is the biggest. It has the biggest territory. From Kabong, we moved Now, when I mean Kabong, I also include Kidepo. Kidepo, we passed a wonderful 3 days there with a spectacular, outstanding view. It was really, really stunning. We have a good experience there at the Apoka campsite. That campsite is where approximately most of the travelers who reach such those national Kidepo Valley National Park, they have to pay a visit. And Kidepo is among the best. Kidepo is the third largest, beautiful, stunning, outstanding national park in Africa. In Uganda, I think is the third largest, and a lot of endless number of mammals and birds. Kidepo was really a good experience, which we can't forget. This is a remarkable and unforgettable experience we got from Kidepo Valley National Park, and I think to do it again, over and again. Fantastic. From Kidepo, which is Kabong, we moved to Moroto. Remember, Moroto was a district headquarters of Karamoja. And where the Karamoja Fair have maybe the headquarters or the administrative district of all the Karamoja since the British colony. Yes, it's a bit huge, beautiful town as the headquarters, well paved tarmac. And we went up to the border point of Kenya and came back again to Moroto. And from Moroto we decided to head to Nakapiriprit. And Nakapiriprit is also a district. We have a wonderful campsite there with our good friends, Muslim good friends there. We slept, and really it was really amazing, and we shared what we shared, and we enjoy to stay with the local and the children as well. We feel like also reward them with some football and try to support them and make some little structure, because the shelter, they told me, it was not in good shape. That's it from Kanaka village Muslim. They are mosque, the big mosque of Kanaka. From there we moved again to Amdat. Amdat is fall under Nakapiriprit. Been lucky to have a chance to go and pay visit as well. The road was corrugated road, not paved, not tarmac as Nakapiriprit. And I think we reached not more than less than an hour. We'll be able to cover all the area, and we took some pictures and some film with us. And when we reached the checkpoint of Amdat, I still remember, we found the security officers stopped, and they wanted to know more, and they wanted really to know our intention of going to Amdat, because it's unusual to find people like us. They overlander enthusiastic, come just to pay a visit. We know a good reason, but we'll be able to explain then. We have a good reason why we have to visit, and not less than 1 hour we'll be out of their town. But the way he decided that it was a good idea as well, he wanted to know more about what we carried in our car. We decided to open for him our canvas, the book. He checked, and his question was clear. Let me repeat the way he was being speaking. You people, are you shifting, or because the way you carried is like you carried the whole house shifting? There was mattress, there was basins, cups, tent, like everything which you can facilitate. Even you can start your life from there, because you have just everything and everything. And our answer was no, we are for the expedition, overlanding expedition, exploration. Wow, we say, okay, fine. But he was so curious about us, but we promised him that less than 30 minutes we'll be back and move, signing out from the town, sir. He was really cooperative, cooperate with us and accept us to pass and tell his brother to open, the other police officer to open the gate, let us get in and come out. Then we say, thank you, officer, and bye-bye. We sign out from Amudat. From there, remember that you have to move back again to Nakapriprit before taking the Namalu Road. We came back to Nakapriprit and we went to the petrol station. It seems they are not familiar with dollars currency. So I've been having only 40,000 Ghana shillings because what we need just to top up. We have 40 liters as a reserve, but just a matter of topping up. Then, as they are not been familiar, you call the manager as well. Even manager, really, I think Uganda we are not familiar with dollar. That's a good idea for back. And we decide to just buy the fuel for the Nothern, and we sign out from that city, and we move to a town called the Kwen. Kwen is a trading center from after Namalu, and from there we hit the road and reaching the town of Bulambuli. Bulambuli, I think, is a district among the districts of Uganda. There as well, it was a bit, part of it was not tarmac, and then we went to Bulambuli. After Bulambuli, then we crossed, because remember Bulambuli is in a highway, and we decided to turn left and climbing the hill of Kapchorwa. Kapchorwa is mountainous town with a high altitude, approximately 1,800 meters of altitude, and really it was so cold. Because I've been hearing about Kapchorwa, but really we found it was very cold because of high altitude, and the road is big but a bit scary if you're not steady, because you're seeing it's like there's really on top of the big mountain. But we passed through successfully and reaching Kapchorwa, and the first stopover we reached the Sipi Falls. Sipi Falls is among the well-known in Uganda, the falls in the eastern region. So we visited Sipi Falls, we climbed up the hills, we went up to under the Sipi Falls, the cave, we visited, we fly our drone, we took some pictures. It's really enormous fun to be there. And after finishing that expedition, we sign out again and we moved, because our plan was to go in the Kapchorwa town, pay some visit, some exploration, and we'll be back to the Sipi Falls in the hotel called Noah Ark of Noah. But because the time really it was not on our side and it was really getting dark, so we couldn't come back to the Sipi Falls Ark Noah Hotel. We decided to change our mind and sleep at a hotel called Kiprotich Hotel, Ark of Noah, in the Kapchorwa town. Yes, Kapchorwa I think is a big town, and I didn't know what is the meaning, because I think most of those people, the name of the town, it has a meaning, some sense of meaning. Karamojong, the meaning of the old-tired man stays behind. Reaching Kapchorwa, the meaning of Kapchorwa, in the Sebeine, meaning dialect, the meaning is the home of friends. Okay, the home of friends. Learn it from yesterday, when we reached yesterday, but so one, reached Kapchorwa. Right, we passed a wonderful night there, and after the following day, we fly our drone and get some footage. And then from there, we moved all the way to the Kiprotich athletes site or field where they are government of Uganda have a big project for the Sebei, especially typically for Kiprotich. Remember Kiprotich, Stefan Kiprotich is a good medalist, athlete medalist of he won actually the medalist, gold medalist in 2012 in London. So remember Kiprotich is a bit famous in Uganda and most all over the world. Then for them, there when I reached the site where they're building a big, I think this is a big project of, I think gonna be Eastern Uganda Center for Sport and Athletics. It was really wonderful, and drastically the weather as it is on top. Because remember, if Kapchora is ready, it's 1,800 meters of altitude, meaning that site, to me, it's gonna be more than 2,000 and something meters. Because the more you climb high, the more we found. Within just a second, I was still under present my documentary, but the weather changed drastically. Just turn to the camera, turn back again, totally, utterly, the fog covered the place. It's become, it worked for me as a background. But remember, we just reached step there, it was clear, very clear. But just within a second, the weather changed because we are really windy. You may think it's 6:30 a.m., and that was not the case. It was already approaching midday, but the fog, it was covered everywhere. Then I can understand how the Sebei, why the Sebei are good at agriculture, because the weather favoring them a lot. And that's it. From there, we finished. We visit two sides of Joshua and Kiprotich, Stefan Kiprotich. And not enough, even our coming back, we got a chance to see their houses in the village, exactly village where their parents and they are living. That was a really wonderful expedition. And not enough, according to me, according to our exploration, those Sebei, yes, their main activity, economical activity, I think they are agriculturists, and most of the crop which they are really producing, the sorghum, the Irish, cabbage, tomato, what else? Yeah, because of that cold weather, I think it's favoring them a lot. And they are not good cattle keepers, but they have some domestic livestock, which are cows, goats, chicken. Yes, but really, that's I think for the milk, but it's really in a small scale, not in a big scale. Yes, this is about their economical activity of Sebei. And towards from there we moved out, we pulled out, and we are now coming down to the Sironko district, because Sironko is bordered with the Sebei Kapchora district. Sironko, and after Sironko is a town, we reached town of Mali. Sironko as well is a bit bigger, because the way we passed more than two towns, but all we were still under Sironko. Sironko is the town before reaching Bali from Sebei. And today we are here. This was our campsite, of the last campsite, I think, of our expedition across the Pearl of Africa, part 1, Karamoja. This only why I'm meaning by part 1, because across the Pearl of Africa is a big project, and we try to break it down so that we can do the expedition in sequence gradually. The Northern region is done today, and the Eastern region and the Western region. That's why we're going to be able to explain. So this is a cross of our Pearl of Africa, but it's part 1 Karamoja region, part 2 Western region. That's this, when I'm saying Western region, it's away. Alright, I think that's it for now, and I think you enjoyed that presentation, and stick around.
Yeah, good morning, our viewers. We're happy to once more get in touch with you and to update you on our situation. We had a good night in Kachumbara camp, and we had a breakfast, and we're looking forward to signing out from this camp to our next destination, that is Kumi, Lira, and then finally Arua, where the expedition started from. And I would say probably this would be the last or the second last campsite. However, all in all, I would like to say thank you to my captain and all the viewers and the gentleman behind the camera, the members on board who have traveled with us all this distance. It was quite a long distance, covering the whole of Karamoja region, then tapping a bit of the whole of Sebe region, and then a bit of Bugisu region, and partly now we are cruising through the Teso region back to West Nile. In general, my general remarks was the journey was a mixture of a lot of challenges, a lot of success. But if rated all success, we are at about 95%, with a few challenges. Therefore, we would count this as it comes to an end, we count it as a very successful trip, and looking forward to revising it one more time to make it 100%, so that you get what you're supposed to get as our viewers. And we still have more for you. The next trip, it should be another long one with a lot of excitement and with a lot of new things. And even on our way signing out, I'm sure we shall keep you posted on what we have come across that is new and that we feel you need to be updated upon. I would not love to waste a lot of time, because time has always been our enemy. We're signing out, and we had a nice time, and I hope you keep following us up to the last destination, and hopefully that you also enjoyed and a little satisfied with what we're feeding you, with the information we're giving you in all aspects. That's in coverage, films, our words. I hope they're encouraging, and I hope they'll lift you from your sitting room, from your bedroom, your comfort zone, and come and join us in the next trips that we are trying to organize. And we will keep you posted on our plans. Of course, you are the ones who make us come out. So we'll keep you posted on our plans and wait for your comments, and we will work hand in hand in one way or the other. You're most welcome, and keep with us, keep following us. We are there for you. Have a nice day, and see you again. Bye.
Wow. Yeah, I think for this reason, and for now, I would like to appreciate you viewers, followers. We've been following all our series from part 1 up to date. I think we really appreciate your feedback. Really, you love what we are doing, and you put your time, not time, even the data you're buying to watch our videos. We really appreciate that, and the more you keep supporting us in terms of subscribe and watching our video, the more it will be encouraging. This is the only contribution you can provide to us. We don't need more. We're here to give you, to inspire you to follow what we're doing. If you are we have the same enthusiastic way of loving what we kind of doing here, then you are part of the game. Because looking forward, you too, maybe in the near future, you're going to have the vehicle which will plan, build it for such kind of activity. And even people, when you plan your holiday or your student, what can work for you? You can be part of holiday as well. Also discover your country, know more about your country, be proud about your country. Not only hearing, you have to pay, go and get the first-hand information, a first-hand view for yourself. That's going to be remarkable. Gonna capture, go out, leave your comfort zone and gonna capture the great memory for yourself and from the source, not be told. And this is why we are inspiring you as well. And we entertain you as well. I think that's the reason why we are here. We are entertaining ourselves and you too. And we are inspiring you. We are inspiring you. If you have the same dream, same enthusiasm of have such kind of travel, it's wonderful. It's remarkable. It is really outstanding experience which you will get from such kind of things, and it's open mind. I never knew the way I was been figuring out Karamoja and most of the northern and the eastern region is not as right now I'm figuring it out, because now I will talk about Abim. I know what I'm talking about. When you talk about the Kotido, you talk about Moroto. Now I can understand. When you talk about Moroto, it reflects the mountain Moroto which I saw. That is the type of experience you need to have in your mind. Then you may feel like you are born again, you are happy. Now you understand your country better than anyone else. Fantastic. So that's it for today. And today we are heading towards near the end of our expedition, is where the expedition started. And not the starting point, but where this expedition is across the part of Africa, Karamoja Road Trip started. It's Lira. Today we are heading to Lira. Lira will proceed to the western region, which is Arua, is where it was the starting point. And I think that's much appreciation, a lot of appreciation. Thanks for watching. Stick with us, because we're going to still give you the update of the finishing line. Thank you very much.
Nilikwenda pale Uganda, nilifurahi na tingi
I am Noor Ismail Nozzle, diesel engineer. Join me as I share my passion for building four-wheel drive trucks and traveling to the remotest part of the world.
Ukiwa kijana tembea uone mengi ya dunia.